Good morning, boys and girls, moms and dads. My name is Mother Goose, and I'm thrilled to be here today to tell you all about my nursery rhymes and songs. The Mother Goose Live show today is brought to you with federal funds provided by the Institute of Museum and Library Service and administered by the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners. I would also like to thank the Friends of the Beverly Public Library for their continued support in providing children's programs at the library. So without further ado, let's begin our fun today. And Tessie is here to join us. Can you say hello to Tessie? Hello, boys and girls. Tessie, we're so delighted to be here. No, Tessie, no, you already had your breakfast. Tessie, what's gotten into you? Many of my rhymes are about manners, Tessie, and we have to show our good manners throughout the show. But we're going to talk about the 5 different kinds of rhymes. There are 5 different kinds of rhymes, boys and girls. Can you give me 5? Give me 5. That's right. There are counting rhymes. There are action rhymes. There are lullabies. There are nonsense rhymes. And last but not least, should we tell them? Tongue twisters! Tongue twisters. Oh, but you're not going to stick out your tongue from Mother Goose. A tongue twister is a rhyme that you say very quickly at the tip of your tongue. Why don't you tell them one so they know what you mean? That's a great idea, Tessie. Peter Piper picked a peckle pickled peppers. A peckle pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peckle pickled peppers, where's the peckle pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Would you like to try that one? Oh no, of course, that one is quite the tongue twister and difficult to recite. Took a lot of practice on that. But for now, we're gonna go over all the different kinds of rhymes, and you're gonna hear over 25 rhymes today, and you'll be singing them all day long and maybe even reciting them in your sleep. So Tessie's gonna go, goodbye. She's gonna have a little rest for now. And let's put our hands together. Would you clap with me? Would you clap with Mother Goose? That would be wonderful, and I'm going to sing you a little song. So glad you're here today. I'm Mother Goose, and I'm here to say that I love to talk in rhyme. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. Now, what is a rhyme, you ask? What is a rhyme, you say? Rhyming words will sound the same, like fiddle, diddle, name and game, like farmer in the dell, water in the well. Will you sing and rhyme with me? Can you clap? Clap, clap, clap. Great job. I'm Mother Goose, and I'm here to say that I love to talk in rhyme. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. Now, some of my rhymes are funny, and some are for sleepy time. And some of them talk about animals, like the sheep and little Bo Peep, like sugar and spice and everything nice. Will you sing and rhyme with me? Last time I promise. Here we go. Oh, I'm Mother Goose, and I'm here to say that I love to talk in rhyme. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. So thank you for singing and clapping with me. I'm so delighted that you had time to join Mother Goose today, because you're going to hear so many different rhymes. And at the end of the show, I'm going to bring out a little tiny friend, a little animal. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's a surprise. But if you can stick around for 40 minutes to listen to Mother Goose, then you get to see my little surprise at the end, a little critter friend of mine that I'd love for you to meet. As you know, I love animals. And most of my rhymes do have animals in them. So I want you to listen today for all the different rhymes that have animals in them, okay? Maybe horses, maybe sheep, maybe cows or pigs. And then later on at the end, we'll name some of the rhymes that have animals in them. But we're gonna kick off the show with an action rhyme. Kids love action rhymes because they get to get up and do something. So let's have all the boys and girls watching, please stand up. And I want you to, we're going to use our imaginations now. Like, we're going to pretend that we're in Gooseville, right? And these rhymes were written a long time ago. Mother Goose is getting old these days. Your parents read my rhymes when they were little, and your grandparents, even your great-grandparents. So Mother Goose rhymes have been around a long time, but nobody has forgotten them. That's right. So we're going to kick off the show, The Adventures of Jack and Jill in Gooseville, with Jack and Jill. And yes, this would be an action rhyme. It's not a counting rhyme. It's not a lullaby or a tongue twister. It's an action rhyme because you're getting up and you're doing something. So all the boys and girls, stand up. Are you ready? Okay, hit it. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. But Jack fell down, and broke his crown. And Jill came tumbling after. Can you just fall to the ground? Can you do that? Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh, I was falling with Jack and Jill, and that was silly because there's another part to the rhyme. Now Jack got up and home did trot as fast as he could caper, to where his mother fixed his head with vinegar and brown paper. So Jack and Jill have many chores to do. These rhymes were written a long time ago, or they didn't have washing machines. They didn't have microwaves. They didn't have computers. They didn't even have electricity. Can you imagine? All of the chores were done by hand, and there were no cars. So everybody would just walk to wherever they needed to go. And that's why so many families had little farms, and they had animals. That's right. So they could get the fresh eggs from the chickens. That's right. And shear the sheep. So Jack and Jill got their mother the pail of water so she could make the stew. And she said, Jack, Jill, I need you to go to market to buy a fat pig. Home again, jiggity jig. To market to buy a fat hog. Home again, jiggity jog. And Jack and Jill said, okay, Mama. Sure, Mama. They're happy to help out their mother. But it's a long walk through Gooseville, Jack and Jill. Did you bring your broomsticks? No, that's not this story. Well, then you'll have to walk. Yes, it is a long walk. And yes, boys and girls had to do a lot of chores in the olden days. But work was part of their play. And if they were working, they might sing a little song to make it more fun or recite a little poem. So your job as the audience is to do the walking song, okay? Whenever Mother Goose says walking song, imagine Jack and Jill just kind of skipping down a dirt road through Gooseville, and they will meet up with different Mother Goose characters along the way. So the walking song is a counting rhyme, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let him go again. Why did you let him go? Because he bit my finger so. Which finger did he bite? This little finger on your right. Now I want you to hold up the little finger on your right. Do you know what that's called? You got it. It's called your pinky. So that's your job to do the counting song. And if you didn't get all the words the first time, that's okay. Mother Goose will sing it with you over and over again. I'm going to repeat it, the walking song, and you will know it by the end of the show. So Jack and Jill fetched their pail of water, and now they are going to meet the one and only Humpty Dumpty. Whenever I go to schools and libraries, the kids always know the Humpty Dumpty rhyme. It's wonderful that they know Humpty Dumpty, and he's thrilled. What they don't know is our little secret that Humpty Dumpty, the name Humpty Dumpty, comes from a tower in London. Do you see a tower behind me? Well, there was once a Humpty Dumpty tower in London. That's where the name comes from. All right, so we're going to rock and roll with Humpty Dumpty. Is everybody ready? You can stand or sit. Hit it! Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Oh, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put my Humpty Dumpty back together again. Oh, you poor thing. Isn't that sad? You don't look very sad. Oh, my poor Humpty Dumpty looked like scrambled eggs. Oh, Humpty Dumpty, are you fragile, breakable? That's right. We all have something at home that's fragile or breakable. If we dropped it, it would break and shatter into many little pieces. Poor Humpty Dumpty. You know, we all do fall down, though, sometimes. And when we do, we get right back up and keep going. We don't give up. That's right. And Humpty Dumpty, all the king's horses and all the king's men, well, they couldn't put him back together again like before. And nobody is perfect. So we are going to just put a little bandage right there. We all get boo-boos. We all fall down like Humpty Dumpty, right? But we don't give up. We keep on going. And sometimes we're going to get little bumps and bruises or cuts. I fall down. That's right. Mother Goose falls down all the time. My legs are all bruised. They look like bananas. I know I can't show you. Sorry. I can't show you my legs, but they do look like bananas, all bruised up. But I think Humpty Dumpty is doing just fine. We have big Humpty Dumpty and we have little Humpty Dumpty. And that's right. Sometimes we fall down, but we get right back up and we keep on going. We don't give up in Mother Goose rhymes. All right, Humpty Dumpty, let's put you right back here up on the wall. Say bye to Humpty Dumpty. Goodbye, kids. All right, now you be careful now, Humpty Dumpty, with that. You take care. All right? Okay, so Jack and Jill said goodbye to Humpty Dumpty, and they skipped along their way. You ready? Let's do the walking song. That's you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let him go again. Why did you let him go? Because he bit my finger so. Which finger did he bite? This little finger on your right. So you're holding up the little finger on your right. Okay? It's called your pinky. You got it. You did beautifully with that walking song. You're already learning it, and we've done it twice. Excellent job. Well, who are Jack and Jill going to meet next? Not who, but what. Jack was feeling nimble and quick that day that he could jump over a candlestick. So all the boys and girls stand up and imagine that this candlestick that Mother Goose has is right in front of you. Okay, and at the count of 3, you're going to jump over it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Do a big jump forward. Excellent. Now let's do the rhyme with it. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack, jump over the candlestick. Can you jump forward? Do a big jump. Excellent job. Now what kind of a rhyme would Jack be nimble be? Is it a lullaby? No. Is it a counting rhyme? Is it a tongue twister? Of course not. Is it an action rhyme? Yes, because you're getting up and you're doing an action. You're jumping. Nice job with that one. And you are very nimble and quick. Oh my goodness. Now, how old do you think you were when you heard your first Mother Goose rhyme? Do you think you were 5? Do you think you were 4? Do you think maybe you were 3, 2, 1? Or maybe you were this little. Maybe you were just a baby when you heard your first Mother Goose rhyme, but you don't remember because we don't remember things from when we were babies. Well, I was a baby too. Mother Goose was? Sure. I was bawled and screamed, wah! And that's why my mama sang a nursery rhyme or a little song to soothe the crying baby. So we're going to get into our lullabies now. A lullaby would be a soothing, calm Mother Goose rhyme to calm a crying baby or a fussy child, right? So let's try, what lullaby do you think would be good for this baby? Yes, rockabye baby. Let's hope it works. Rockabye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. It's working. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. Did it work? worked, the baby is sleeping. I hope Mother Goose lullabies help. And if you have a baby brother or sister at home, this will be a good one to try. Then the baby's wide awake and a little bit fussy. You can try patty cake, the patty cake rhyme. Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Roll it, pat it, and mark it with a B. And put it in the oven for baby and me. Very nice. So maybe you already remember that one from when you were a toddler. So you're a baby first, and then you're a toddler, and then you're a preschooler. So let's do a preschooler rhyme, not a baby lullaby, but we'll do a nice counting rhyme for you. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. If you want, you can stand up for this one. Hit it! 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen! So counting rhymes are silly, but they are fun, and they do help us. What about Mother Goose rhymes, learning the days of the week? Do you think maybe we might need a little practice with that, since we're preschoolers now? So here we go around the mulberry bush, we are going to do the days of the week. We're going to recite them as we're doing our little chores, okay?
Here we go.
So we'll do, we're gonna do some different actions here, and we're gonna learn the days of the week, okay? Very nice. Just play along with me. Just go right along with me. Here we go. Okay.
This is the way we wake up.
Okay, we're gonna wake up and stretch, and it's gonna be Monday. That's where we'll start. Woo! This is the way we wake up and stretch. What's the first day? Monday morning. We'll keep going each day, okay? Good job. Okay, now lately we have to wash our hands a lot. Keep our hands clean from this terrible little virus that's going around. We gotta wash our hands. Tuesday morning. What's next? Wednesday, that's right. Okay, you're gonna brush your teeth, but it's hard to talk while you're brushing. Brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth. So early Wednesday morning. You're doing so great. We're gonna comb our hair. Comb our hair. Comb our hair. Thursday.
This is the way we
comb our hair. So early Thursday morning. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday left. Okay. Put on our shoes. Put on your shoes. What are you wearing? Do you have any shoes on? Do you have slippers on? Do you have sneakers? What do you have on? Keds? Slip them right on. Good job. That was Friday. We're going to eat. Eat our food. Eat our food. Eat our food. This is the way we eat our food. So early Saturday morning. Now, the other Mother Goose. Read our book. Read our book. Read our book. This is the way we read our book. So early Sunday morning. You did such a great job. Take a bow. Woo-hoo! Very nice. You learned all the days of the week and had fun, I hope, while we were doing mulberry bush. Can you believe how many chores boys and girls had to do way back then in the olden days? There wasn't a day off. And as I said before, work was part of their play. All right. So Jack and Jill, you ready? They're going to start skipping down the path. We've got to get going to see little Miss Muffet now. Let's do that walking song. This is your job, boys and girls. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let him go again. Why did you let him go? Because he bit my finger so. Which finger did he bite? This little finger on your right. Hold it up. Hold up the little finger on your right. You did great. And you're getting all the words to that counting rhyme as well. So now Jack and Jill are going to stop and have something to eat. Well, they've been working so hard, their bellies were getting rumbly. I think they were empty. So now I'm going to put this hat on and I'm going to pretend to be a different character. Little Miss Muffet. And I'm going to sit on my tuffet. And I'm going to eat my curds and whey. Okay? So, Jack, Jill, how do you do? Where are you going, my pretty maid? Oh, you're going a milking, sir? Are you going to market to see old King Cole? You must tell him that little Miss Muffet says hello. He is a merry old soul. All right, well, I made you some curds and whey. Please sit on your tuffets. Thank you. And put out here's your bowl of curds and whey. Beautiful. Now let's say the little Miss Muffet rhyme, shall we? Hit it! Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. It's very good. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her. What? What's everybody looking at? Is it my hat? What? I can't see. Who turned out the lights? What? What is it? It's not raining. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. It's not raining. Along came a spider. Why did they say that, Humpty Dumpty? Who sat down beside her. And frightened Miss Muffet away. Oh, boys and girls, I'm so sorry. Did I frighten you? What? I didn't frighten you? But I just showed you a big, giant, enormous spider. My rhyme is about an itsy bitsy spider, not a great big fat one. Let's do the itsy bitsy spider. Would you please help me with it? And it will make me feel so much better. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. That was not itsy bitsy. I thought you'd be afraid, boys and girls. You're very brave. Maybe sometimes grown-ups are more afraid of things than kids. I think so. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's do the walking song. Jack and Jill have to get going. They still have a few more Mother Goose characters to meet along the way. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let him go again. You guys finish it. Let go. Which finger did he bite? This little finger on your right. Hold it up. I've got your attention. Oh, you already learned the song? I am so impressed, boys and girls. You're doing a great job. Let's do a nonsense rhyme. Something that is silly, silly, silly and can't really happen. So I have a great big shoe. Who would wear a shoe this big? Yes, maybe a giant in a story. Maybe a clown. Is this your dad's shoe? Tell him he's got a really big foot. Imagine if this shoe was so big that somebody lived inside of it. Oh, hello. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 beds in there. There are 10 children. I wonder who looks after them. I think she's there. I think she's there, the little old woman who lived in the shoe. Hello, I'm the little old woman who lived in the shoe. Oh my goodness, that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, 10 beds. You have 10 children. Oh, yes. That is a big family. Families were very big in the olden days. That's right. 10 children means 20 helping hands. You're right. 10 children is 20 helping hands to do all the chores. Well, I'm very impressed by you. Oh, thank you, Mother Goose. Can you tell them my rhyme? Of course I can tell them your rhyme. I was just going to say it. All right. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She made them some broth along with some bread, then gave them all kisses and sent them to bed. Yippee! Oh, must be a lot of work looking after children. It is the hardest job of all, and I admire you.
Oh, well, thank you, Mother Goose.
It's time for her to leave. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Look, boys and girls, look who's here. It's old King Cole, the merry old soul. Jack and Jill have traveled so far, they got to the castle of old King Cole. Hello, Jack and Jill. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to my kingdom. You are a merry old soul. Your real name was King George. Everybody bow to the king. Oh, my hat fell off. Oh, we have to bow to the King and Queen of England. Oh, it's wonderful to have friends here. Oh, I just love to have everybody visit me in my court. Do we have any jugglers? Do we have any singers? Any musicians to play me, oh, a wonderful song? You know old King Cole has a rhyme. Well, let's sing my rhyme. What are we waiting for? Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers three. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his trumpeters three. Play the trumpet! Dance to the trumpeters, dance to the trumpeters, dance to the trumpeters three. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his drummers. Three, play the drums. Dance to the drummers, dance to the drummers, dance to the drummers. Three. Woo-hoo! Did you like that, old King Cole? Oh, that was wonderful, boys and girls. Just wonderful. But, well, Jack and Jill loved visiting old King Cole, but hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one. The mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock. What is it? What is it? What's all the fuss? Jack and Jill were supposed to be home at 1 o'clock in time for lunch because their mother's making peas porridge hot. Oh, now it will be peas porridge cold. Or peas porridge in the pot 9 days old. Yes, that's true, but we don't want them to be 9 days late. Oh dear. How could Jack and Jill get back home quickly, boys and girls, from old King Cole's castle? It's a long walk through Gooseville. Remember all the places they stopped? Remember the walking song they had to sing over and over again? What would be a fast way that Jack and Jill could get back home? Running? You say? Running is good. Yes, I know Jack and Jill are very fast runners. Is there another idea that you have? Skipping? I like that. Is there anything in particular that goes faster than a person? And the king has a few of them. Oh, yes. And they tried to help put Humpty Dumpty back together again, remember? Can you guess at the count of three? 1, 2, 3. All the king's horses. All the king's horses and all the king's men could bring Jack and Jill home again? Why, of course, we'd be happy to help. Oh, you really are a merry old soul, old King Cole. You are such a kind king. Thank you so much for letting us visit you here in Gooseville at your beautiful castle, and for letting Jack and Jill go home by your horses. We will return them by sundown, I promise. Well, goodbye, boys and girls. Not Mother Goose, just old King Cole is leaving. Can you say bye to old King Cole? Bow to the king. Thank you for visiting my court. Come back again someday. Goodbye. That old King Cole, or his real name was King George, he really was a merry old soul. He was so kind, and he loves when people come and entertain him in his court. That's why he called for his fiddlers, and he called for his trumpeters, and he called for his drummers 3. Some of my nursery rhymes are historical, written about people that lived a long time ago, like old King Cole and his wife, Queen Anne. And the rhyme for Queen Anne goes, hey diddle diddle, The cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with spoon. Goodbye, dish and spoon. Goodbye. That's the rhyme written for the queen, because whenever she's hungry, she says dish or spoon, and they bring her the silver spoon and the silver dish. That's right. Oh, Dish and Spoon ran away and got married. Bye, Dish and Spoon. So Jack and Jill had so many adventures in Gooseville today, didn't they? They met up with many Mother Goose characters along the way, didn't they? Can you name a Mother Goose character that you saw today? Yes, Humpty Dumpty. Excellent job. He was one of the first characters that we met today. Humpty Dumpty. We had big Humpty Dumpty and little Humpty Dumpty. Can you name another Mother Goose rhyme that you heard today? Jack and Jill. Excellent. And that we discussed that that is an action rhyme because boys and girls are doing something. They're getting up and jumping over, walking up a hill, or jumping over a candlestick. Jack be nimble is the name of that rhyme. Excellent. Two action rhymes. Back to back, we did them. Okay, wait a minute. We're not done with our guessing game yet. What rhyme was this from? Yes, Rockabye Baby. Probably the first rhyme you ever heard when you were just a tiny little baby. Wah! Crying, right? Excellent. And we did Patty Cake too. And then we did counting rhymes. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, because you're older now and you're preschoolers. Or some of you were in kindergarten, or maybe some of you were in first grade. Uh-oh. What was the rhyme we did where Mother Goose got scared? Little Miss Muffet. That's right, Little Miss Muffet. Oh, I can't look at it. You were so brave and Mother Goose was so scared. Oh my goodness, you were so brave. And any other rhymes that you can think of that we did? We did Old King Cole, the old woman who lived in the shoe. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. We did Mulberry Bush. Oh my goodness, let's do one more singy one that we can sing. Do you know Ring Around the Rosie? A pocket full of posy. The original one was tissue, a tissue, we all fall down. But this one we're gonna do, we clap hands, and we all fall down. So everybody up. This is our last one, our last action rhyme. And clap your hands. Here we go. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of claps. Clap hands, we all fall down. Try it. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posy. Clap hands, we all fall down. That's it. You're doing great.
Circle round.
All right, can you circle around? Do a little circle.
Hands clap, hands touch.
Touch the ground. Touch the ground.
Circle
Can you do a little circle? Show me your circle. Good. Go the other way.
Hands touch.
Touch the ground. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posy. Clap hands, we all fall down. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posy. Clap hands, we all fall down. Take a bow, everybody. Woo! Very nice. It's fun to sing some of the rhymes, isn't it? So as I said to you before, I love animals. There's Mary who had a little lamb, which was a true story that happened right in Massachusetts. And there's the little boy Blue who sleeps on a haystack, fast asleep because he was busy herding the sheep. And there is little Bo Peep who's lost her sheep. And hey diddle diddle, the cow jumped over the moon. I just love animals. But one of my favorite animals, boys and girls, is here right now. Would you like to meet her? Can you guess what she is? She's small, but she's bigger than a mouse. She's smaller than a squirrel. And she doesn't have smooth, furry, soft fur. She has prickles. Can you guess what she is? If you guessed a hedgehog, you are absolutely right. Say hello to Cinnamon, boys and girls. This is my pet hedgehog, Cinnamon. Can you say hello to her? She loves people, and she's going to poke out and say hello to you. Has anybody ever seen a real hedgehog before? Don't be shy, Cinnamon. Come on out. There she is. Do you see her? Yes, she feels prickly when I hold her. But the thing is that even though she's prickly, it doesn't hurt. The prickles don't hurt. It just feels like a very coarse hairbrush that you might use. All right. So she is a carnivore. She eats bugs, and maybe she likes to eat crickets, and she will eat some kind of a cat food that you might have for her. See her? See, her little tummy is nice and soft, and her outside, her outer fur is prickly, but underneath she has a very, very soft little tummy. All right, boys and girls, say bye to little Cinnamon. All right, Cinnamon's gonna go have her little bath now. I'm Mother Goose, and I'm here to say that I love to talk in rhyme. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. They've been around for many, many years, for a very, very, very long time. Boys and girls, you were terrific listeners. You heard over 25 rhymes today. But guess what? There are about another 100 rhymes. And where do you think you could find them? That's right, in a Mother Goose book. Do you have a Mother Goose book at home? Maybe this one, maybe this one. And it's just chock full of so many rhymes. There are over 150 rhymes. And not only that, but you would enjoy looking at a Mother Goose book because of the wonderful illustrations inside. The drawings are so beautiful that go with the rhymes. That's right. Let's see if we can show you one that you might like. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. So you can continue on with the songs and looking. Oh, here it is. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. There he is, Humpty Dumpty. See? It's fun to look at the illustrations as you read Mother Goose's rhymes. Sing a song of sixpence. Oh, two little dicky birds sitting on a wall, one named Peter, the other named Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. We didn't do that one today. As I said, there are 150 more rhymes for you to read. I hope that you can get a Mother Goose book from either a bookstore. When the libraries reopen very soon, you can get a Mother Goose book. Of course, they have several there. Sometimes a used bookstore has them. You can borrow one from a friend. And then you can sit down and look at them, and somebody could read the rhymes to you. And I think that you would really enjoy hearing more rhymes. But you were terrific listeners today. I really want to thank you for joining Mother Goose today for our special story time through the Beverly Public Library. I'm so happy to see you. I hope everyone is doing well during this pandemic with the coronavirus, and I hope that you're wearing your gloves and your mask. Mother Goose has a mask too. We're all going to stay safe, and we're all going to get through this together. And the more time at home that we're spending, the more we can do our reading. So enjoy the rhymes, enjoy reading Mother Goose rhymes. Look me up. I'm in the book. Stay safe and healthy. Have a wonderful summer. Thank you for seeing Mother Goose today. Goodbye.